don't you just want to pinch those adorable cheeks?
Hello, and welcome to the Loose Butthole Reviews. I am your host, Smokey, and joining with me, as always, is my co-host, Spooge.
Oh,
and we have no special guests. No special guests this review. No more special guests. We got our two hosts joining us, Murda and Starfish.
hey.
We're plain and not special
Yeah.
now.
No
Yay,
more
plain
being
host.
special. You just host.
Does that make me a flight attendant or a steward?
You're the
I'm a plane
weird
host?
You're the weird extra pilot that sits in the seat.
Cool. As long as someone's sitting in it.
I don't know why
I'm an
there's
air
someone
marshal.
always sitting in the sulky seat, but you always gotta have someone in the sulky seat.
Yeah.
Oh, but before we get into the review, there's 3 rules. First rule is our rating must be a fraction of 5 out of 5, 1 being we hate it, 5 being we love it. Rule number 2 is if we want our money back, we give it a good old Jeff Goldblum. And rule number 3, if we all agree that it deserves a 6 out of 5, a God tier, then it will get a God tier. And today we are reviewing Turbo, a Power Rangers movie from 1997.
Yes.
Oh, this is a
Yeah.
Constellation review. This wasn't supposed to be the review. This wasn't supposed to be the movie we were reviewing. So, I came into this
What?
expecting. Yeah,
What?
no, this wasn't supposed to be. This was not supposed to be my pick for Sci-Fi September. Sci-Fi September. There's Legend of the White Dragon. Jason David Frank's last movie. It's coming out. It was supposed to come out for his birthday. That was last week, September 4th. R.I.P. By the way. But it was delayed until Q1 of 2024. So as a Constellation, I was like, okay, we're doing this then.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, and before you why are we not doing the first Power Rangers movie or the god-awful 2017 one or Once and Always again? It's the first one, it's great, but it uses fucking CGI in the goddamn fucking Megazord fight, and that's a sin. You don't use CGI. That is
In Mighty Morphin?
The
In Mighty
first one
Morphin,
is the
yeah.
only one I had seen before this, and I did see it in theaters,
Oh, nice.
but I don't remember that much about it. I remember
Yeah.
the skydiving opening scene.
Yeah, with the higher ground. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Yes.
in my opinion, I like that movie better.
Is it because of the nostalgia?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
it's
definitely, I can see
100%
that.
because of the nostalgia.
I can totally see people liking that movie better than this one, but again, they fucking use CGI in the Megazord fight, and it's.
But
I can't
not...
say I like it better because I don't really remember it. So
But
Me neither.
also think about their robes that they wore.
Ivan
it is
Ooze
so
was
cool.
great, but fucking
Yeah, the ooze was great too.
okay,
Ivan
you
Ooze
bringing
was
back memories.
Do you remember the robes? Hold on.
You talking about the ninja robes?
Yeah, dude.
No, I wanted the fucking suits. I wanted the goddamn suits from the Super Sentai.
But the robes are when they're learning.
But they don't
They're
ever get the suits. They don't ever get the alien rangers get the fucking ninja suits. They never get Super Sentai ninja suits. They never change the suits in Mighty Morphin. They changed the suits in Zeo, but that's because fucking the Toei company was like, all right, you're not doing this right, so we're fucking doing this for you. We're just gonna come in and we're gonna fucking help y'all figure this shit out because we don't like what you're doing. And this was.
Do you mean Saban?
No, Saban was the company that adapted this. Toei company owns Super Sentai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Saban, and it was Haim Saban, actually. It was actually the founder of Saban that really wanted fucking Power
to
Rangers
clarify
made.
to all the people who aren't Power Ranger heads out there that Super Sentai is the original Japanese series that the that Power Rangers takes the footage and has kind of its own version of the story going.
Yeah, it's a very extremely loose adaptation of a Japanese TV series, which Japanese TV series is far superior, but that's because they stick to the fucking formula. But that is more my gripe with the Power Ranger series as a whole, which Spooge can tell you I can fucking get into.
Yes, I just wanted to clarify, and when we were talking about Saban, that is the company that brought it over and made it into Power
Yes,
Rangers.
and it
originally,
was
right?
mostly the founder of Saban, Haim Saban, that really wanted it done.
Mhm.
And he's the one that loved the fucking suit so much of original Mighty Morphin, and he refused to do the formula. But you got to do the formula when it comes to this. But we're getting off track already.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that because, like, just wanted to make sure everyone knows.
Yes, it's good to
Yes.
clarify because I only knew half of that.
Mhm.
I only knew the Super Sentai part. I didn't know any of the other stuff.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
it
I
is-
knew I knew somewhat about Saban and all of the different things because, I mean, between Saban, Toei, and 4Kids, like, you know, that's Saturday mornings.
And it's Fox Kids.
like,
4Kids came.
childhood.
Fox Kids was the predecessor that came in 2003. I just want to clarify.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant 4Kids, but
Fox Kids, not 4Kids. 4Kids is the predecessor.
yeah, you know what I meant. 4Kids.
Fox Kids. Power Rangers was never on 4Kids. It was never. Disney bought it and it was moved over to ABC Family, and then it was moved to fucking Jetix.
I don't think
2
Four
years
Kids
later.
was the channel. That was just the.
No, 4
the
Kids
company
wasn't.
that-
Just the-
4 Kids became a channel in 2003.
Okay. I
Yeah.
remember.
Well, it was
WB
just the
Kids.
morning of Fox. It was just
It
morning
was-
Fox, though.
It was called Fox.
was Saturday
Kids or the
morning
Fox
Fox.
Box.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I remember Fox Box.
Yeah, they had a shit ton. I had to chase down the Power Rangers. I know what channels it came on.
Yeah.
But
But
fucking-
anyways, so Smokey knows quite a lot about these Rangers and their power. What is there any other interesting things that of this film? Like
I mean,
We didn't even start talking about this film.
production or
I
We
mean,
haven't we haven't started the discussion about this film.
no.
I'll have
this-
to tell you if you ask me what the, if you
but
ask me what the plot was of this film, I don't think I could exactly tell you.
I could tell you because I've fucking seen it so many times, but so a space wizard named fucking Largo is being chased down by an evil space pirate named Divatox that wants to marry an evil space alien that's like really powerful in destruction called Malagor, and and Largo fucking runs to Zordon and Alpha, the founders of the Power Rangers, and the Power Rangers, they gotta help Largo, and they get on some spaceship. They get on a ghost ship. My bad. They get on a ghost ship. I'm getting mixed up. They get on a ghost ship, and they gotta go through the Bermuda Triangle to find the lost island of Maranthia, and fucking stop and save the fucking day like they always goddamn do.
Okay, yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
missed some of this plot. I knew the wizard, and the entity that they're trying to summon. I didn't realize they went through the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know how I missed that. I was wondering
Yeah, me too.
at the end when they are, giving Divatox is giving her sacrifices and offerings to summon. Was it Malagor?
Yes, it was Malagor.
Yeah.
They were trying to summon Malagor.
Are they on Earth?
Yes, they're on Earth. Right
yes,
here.
yeah, it takes place on Earth.
That's,
This
I
is-
guess, what I was wondering.
Yeah, it takes
it's
place
on
on
the
Earth.
lost island, the lost island of Maranthia, which does not fucking come up ever again. Malagor doesn't come up again, but
It's
he was so
because it's
expensive.
lost.
yeah. Yeah, but fucking Malagor was so expensive, his species becomes like very prevalent in the series as a whole.
Ah. Is his species from space?
Yes, his species is an alien. They don't ever explain. I'm going to assume there's a comic story now that explains why he was sealed away in the lost island of Maranthia, but it
Why
doesn't
he
matter.
needed to be summoned on Earth through a volcano?
Yeah,
It seemed like he was more like a demon god.
but
Yeah.
I
I
a
mean,
little
sounds like a demon name.
Divatox was
But I guess
kind of being
aliens could be
sick though
aliens, too.
because Malagor is actually an infant of his species. He's actually extremely small compared to the rest, so he's literally legitly just like a baby.
Ah, yes, because she
The
wanted
baby
to marry
Bellador.
him.
Yeah, which
Fredo
is
Rock.
Yeah.
hey, legitly, because they get fucking
Mhm.
his species gets massive. But yes, fucking we're kind of jumping ahead, but we can in this one. It starts after Larago runs to Earth. It jumps to the Power Rangers, and they practice in the goddamn karate like always, and Rocky gets fucking hurt. Tidbit: Steve Carell. This has been whitewashed from the fucking internet, and it's bothered me because Hasbro has been on this crusade to whitewash the history. They took away the fucking Power Ranger curse Wikipedia page. Like
Well,
the
I
Power
mean-
Ranger curse. It's this like wooey fucking paranormal bullshit that everybody believes in, that that the franchise is cursed, and that there was a wiki page that lists like every single thing that just went terrible with it, and one of the terrible things was he actually was physically hurt during production, and they took that because of his bad relationship with like the rest of the cast and the production company, because he was really butthurt that his Red Ranger didn't give him the popularity that it gave the original Red Ranger. He got sidelined and made the Blue Ranger. They did and had a bit of an alcohol problem, apparently, allegedly, according to forums that you can't fucking find anymore, which is it's
Well,
bothering me how Hasbro has strongly whitewashed the history of this series.
Well, that's why the Wayback Machine exists. You
Yeah,
know,
true.
but-
specifically for companies that want to hide their dirty business. Real quick before we jump into the plot.
We did the plot.
Okay.
I did a rough synopsis of the plot.
It's not a very
Um,
complicated plot.
No. But we're on when they're practicing their karate and Rocky gets hurt.
Okay. I don't have anything to say then, I guess. I was just looking at like box office release and what it made and stuff. It didn't do super well.
Well, you got to think
FYI.
the budget of this movie was included with the television series budget, so it actually did phenomenally well because the budget for the television series is legitly always zero. Even if they do put money into this, they always say that this is a zero budget fucking production. Everything
Yeah, I
is,
guess because most of it's already the footage is already made for them.
yeah,
Right.
half of it is like they gotta do
They
the
only
rest,
really
but-
filmed them practicing, and then like all the scenes of like
But
them without the masks talking.
The three original, the Red Ranger, original Black Ranger, and a little original Yellow Ranger literally left because pay was so poor, and they refused to pay them anymore, even though this show was obviously during the 90s was
Doing well.
doing phenomenally well.
Yeah, just in North America alone, this film grossed $8.4 million. And
Which-
it also earned $3.3 million whenever this opened theatrically. So its opening weekend was like fairly successful. A worldwide total, by the end, like from the start to finish of its theatrical playing, it earned $9.6 million, like everywhere.
Yep.
And if I'm understanding right, that this was taken probably just from Super Sentai episodes. Like it wasn't even a movie in Super Sentai, right?
Well, there is that's the thing with this movie. This is actually, if y'all, it's actually blank. This is like 2 or 3 movies just crammed together.
Hmm.
The first movie was supposed to be with the Zeo suits because Haim Saban did not want to fucking change the suits yet again for another season. He was desperately trying to get Toei to make more footage with the Zeo suits so they could do a movie. So Toei was like, no, how about we just do this? So they filmed turbo scenes with it, and they was like, here, you can use these scenes, it's fine. We explain why the Zeo powers are no longer around. You can do that if you want to. Here's what you have. And Haim Saban was like, no, we're not doing this. So Toei was like, all right, motherfuckers, yeah, we're gonna cut the contract with y'all and everything. We're not gonna allow you to fucking bastardize our series anymore unless you play ball. We're sending people the fuck over, and we're doing this right. You're gonna fucking do the formula, and that's ultimately why Haim Saban wanted to sell Power Rangers off, because the control from them was completely ripped away by Toei.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. There's definitely a lot of like drama within Power Rangers history. That's for sure.
Oh
like,
yeah,
not even really in corporate, like just like in a lot of aspects.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I see
the
why
original.
people think it's cursed.
Oh yeah, the original Blue Ranger. He fucking David Yost. He had to leave the series abruptly because he was called homophobic slurs a bit too much. Because that was a major problem. Yeah, harassed by cast, crew, and production. Not all cast crew members, I want to state. Most of his cast crew was that. It's not confirmed, but the person that played Rocky might have engaged a little bit in it to try to win producers' favors and stuff, while everybody else was like, "You're being fucking weird." So yeah, fucking.
Then that katana death apparently.
Oh, that is completely unrelated to anybody that's related to this production.
Yet it was one of my first questions.
Yes, there's someone, a Power Ranger, fucking Red Ranger Wild Force. He stabbed his roommate with a samurai sword, and it doesn't help that he also plays in Super Samurai as a samurai warrior.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's bad all around.
Nothing to do with this movie, though.
No, nothing to do with this. No,
just
nothing.
Saban in general.
That was actually in the Wild Force was actually the transfer to Disney. Disney took over during Wild Force.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, which I will have to say, in the hands of Disney, besides two series, that's Power Rangers Operation Overdrive and Power Rangers Jungle Fury, Disney did pretty fucking good with Power Rangers. They did it justice. They even took one series that was like a lot harder to adapt for American audience than usual, because several times Toei Company has been told that they no longer have to worry about fucking making sure the Super Sentai can be adapted to Americans, so they would just go completely all out and just do what would not be allowed on American television, and so Disney was even able to take one of those series and turn it into one of the best Power Ranger series ever, to be honest, because like how they adapted it and what they did with it was actually very unique and creative.
Who did the Krispy Kreme one?
That was post Saban era. That was after Saban bought the the series back. That
Okay,
was
so
Saban.
they bought it back. He bought.
Yeah,
Who-
yeah, they
he
bought
has
it back.
now?
No, Hasbro bought it a couple of years back, and that they're the
Okay.
ones that's
Damn.
Hasbro has
The pass around.
desperately been trying to fucking do the Saban. I'm going to assume Haim Saban is an executive at Hasbro because they're desperately trying to get the Mighty Morphin series era like in the zeitgeist again, and you're just not gonna fucking do that. We had 155 episodes with those fucking suits. I don't want it. Not only that, we had 2 goddamn movies. We had 2 goddamn movies with those. I'm sick of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger suits. Nobody wants to fucking see them no more. That's not what this kind of series isn't about, using the same goddamn suits over and over and over again. It's about replacing. You can use the same cast. I'm fine with that. You just gotta use the suits. The suits are there.
Yeah, I like a suit revamp.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah,
Are we
I like this
missing
Zeo suit a lot.
in this movie? Are we missing a color of Power Ranger? Wasn't there a Black Ranger in the original?
And
well,
a white
I
one
believe
too.
so.
Yes,
Yes,
there-
but the white
white
one
one's
wasn't
special.
in the white. Yeah, the white one's special.
Typical.
But now we still have the foundation group of like red, yellow, green, pink, blue.
yes,
But we don't have black.
There was a 6th Zeo Ranger that is Zeo Ranger Gold, but he is a he is a Triforian. His name is Trey of Triforia. They are beings that consist of 3 entities, one representing will, one representing heart, and one representing courage, like the Triforce. And they
Cool.
have to be, if they're not morphed, they can be separated into 3 different beings. And they had to give their powers, after they were separated, they had to give their powers to the original Red Ranger, which is also in this movie. And he was the Gold Ranger for a while, until they had to give it back to Trey of Triforia to save him.
So, did that explain why there's not a Black Ranger in this movie?
Yeah, the 6th Ranger's gone.
Okay.
He's off doing other things.
Hopping back real quick with Hasbro and Saban. Hasbro previously paid Saban Brands $22.25 million to have the master toy license over the Power Rangers. That happened in 2008. That was announced in 2018, scheduled to happen in 2019. Under the terms of this agreement, Hasbro will have to pay an additional $229.7 million in cash and will issue $270 million worth of Hasbro common stock for the Power Rangers brand and several other entertainment boards. The agreement includes all related intellectual property, category rights, and content libraries that were owned previously by Saban and its affiliates. So yeah, Hasbro has completely bought out Saban in every shape and way.
Yep. And they're fucking bastardizing it. They're trying to, which they're lying. They said they were gonna make original suits for the new series. They were like, oh, we're no longer going to adapt Super Sentai footage. Motherfuckers are adapting my favorite goddamn Super Sentai that happened in 2018, which is Uchu Sensei Q Ranger. They're fucking adapting it, but they're not using the suits. They're only using the goddamn Megazords, and they made original suits, but they're gonna keep the fucking Super Sentai helmets from the dinosaur series they adapted to the last series. And it's fucking horseshit. It is.
Well, it's so much cheaper.
They're it's cloth.
They're paying Saban,
Their
$230 million.
They're no longer spandex. They're no longer fucking They're cloth. They look like they got fake muscles. It's one of those bullshit kind of outfits. It's made of that fake ass styrofoam muscle.
Wait, the Super Sentai?
No, the
George
new,
Michael.
the new fucking, the goddamn new Power Ranger suits that's coming out. It's bullshit.
You've
Super
got to
Sentai
drop a
uses-
picture in the group chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them here. Okay,
It's for
I think I
Cosmic
see 'em.
Fury. It's for Cosmic Fury. Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. They are fucking awful. They are the worst fucking suits. I know we're supposed to be talking about Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, but this was my chance to goddamn rant about Power Rangers, and I'm fucking taking it.
These aren't too bad.
You dropping a picture?
Yeah,
Let me
hold
see
on.
them. I don't even
Yeah.
know what to look up.
Oh,
You know?
hold on. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I would prefer the pleather suits that they used in Beast Morphers over that fucking bullshit over there. Because they did use pleather suits in one series as well. That was because of the Super Sentai, though. Super Sentai changed up for a series, but they learned quickly. That's not them. That's the suits that I fucking want. That's the suits that I fucking want.
Okay, yeah, these ones look good.
Well, that's Cosmic Fury, though.
No, that is
All right,
the Uchu
Smokey,
Sentai.
you gotta drop a picture in the chat so we know what you're talking about.
They aren't these. I hope.
No,
Oh no.
fucking. I
These
bet they
might be
are.
it. Hold
I
on.
bet they fucking are. That's the good suits. That's the suits that I fucking wanted. They have a Purple Ranger too that is fucking amazing in this series. It's a goddamn dragon.
I have to say, I wasn't feeling the turbo gimmick. I didn't.
Well,
I found
the-
their gimmick
they
was
didn't
pretty lackluster. It was like, oh, I have the power of RZ.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
the
power
suits.
of truck.
Oh, yeah,
I have
these
the
look bad.
power of Jeep.
Yeah,
Those are the suits.
So all right. I think we've ranted enough about the history of
I-
this franchise
since
and
Spooge-
also
Since-
like
since
where
Spooge brought it up, since Spooge brought it
where
up,
it's
I want to
going.
say they didn't have a choice with the Turbo fucking shit because the Super Sentai series that they had to adapt was completely a parody series. It was supposed to 100% be a joke. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in this. There's a fucking episode where the Power Rangers get cooked into a pizza, and it's mostly
I mean, I
Super
want to
Sentai
see.
footage.
I'd like to
That's
see
cool.
that one. Yeah.
I'd like
Oh,
to see that
that's-
one too.
That's the
Is it
one-
High Speed Task Force?
I just know it's the one where it's not Tommy, but it's his replacement, TJ. He says, "We're here to toss your salad to the villain." That's a legit
Nice.
quote. That he legitly says that. It's like, oh, they didn't. They either knew what they were doing there, or they really didn't understand.
Or Arrested Development.
All right. So we start this film. We got Rocky beat up.
Yeah,
We
he
got
gets hurt.
the Power Rangers.
He
Figuring
they
out.
gotta-
Oh, there's a wizard that's landed on Earth. They're trying to track him down. When Rocky's all hurt and is making a clear departure away from the show and from anything Power Ranger, a small child is hidden underneath his hospital bed, and he overhears this conversation. As a result, he follows them back to their base.
I have to cut in. The actor of Rocky has returned. Most of the original Power Rangers has returned to the franchise. They're adamant in making the Mighty Morphin series a powerhouse.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how it plays
Those are
out.
bad
But
It ain't gonna happen.
but anyways, so we have this kid show up. The rest of the Power Rangers leave to go find, right? Don't they leave to go find the wizard, right?
They leave. They're in the hospital room and they teleport away to go talk to Zordon about finding the wizard. And Justin's under the bed and he hits his head and he crawls out. He go, "Oh, you are the fucking Power Rangers?" And then we cut to the power chamber. Fucking Zordon and Alpha's like, "Hey, our friend Larigo needs your help," and they send Tommy and Kat off, to go investigate.
Okay. And so let's. All right.
I have no idea what's happening.
All right. I'm gonna start this over. Okay, so on the planet Lyria, a wizard named Lirgo is being hunted down by Divatox, an intergalactic space pirate.
We already did this.
Okay.
Okay, we are after Rocky's hospital. Okay, y'all. Do y'all remember Rocky being in the hospital bed? Y'all remember that? Okay, we are.
Yeah, he got real overeager at training and was acting a fool.
Okay. We're right
What you
after
gonna
that
do?
scene, right before Tommy and Kat goes to Africa to look for Larigo. We're right before that scene.
All right,
Okay.
continue.
Okay. So they're trying to find him. They do manage to find him.
With a
and
bunch
then
of monkeys. With a bunch
with
of
a bunch of-
helpful ass monkeys.
Yeah, with a bunch
Hey,
of
they're chimps.
clearly
They're
baby
apes.
chimpanzees.
Apes,
Very important that they're baby chimpanzees.
not monkeys.
Hey,
Because,
I'm Homo sapien. I don't know.
You'll be
when
close.
chimps get older,
closer
they
to
do not greet in that fashion. Anyways, they managed to find Larigo, and they return to the power chamber. However, Divatox is looking for 2 human sacrifices to revive Malagor, her to-be-wed husband, or groom, I suppose.
Abducted by Bulk and Skull, the best duo ever that they've been trying
Classic,
to
yes.
Yeah, they've been
Yep.
trying to fucking do. They've been trying to recreate the Bulk and Skull duo like in every Power Ranger series from. I want to. Yeah, it was Megaforce. So for like 10 years now, they've been trying to recreate this fucking series, and they can't fucking. No, Super Samurai. They try to recreate the fucking Bulk and Skull duo, but by bringing Bulk and Skull's fucking nephew or son into it, and so it's like, what the fuck?
No.
No, you can't replace Bulk and Skull.
What were the nephews' names? Sulk and Bulk?
No, the nephew.
Nope,
No, it was
no,
Bulk training.
no.
Then it was Bulk training Skull's son or nephew. I can't remember. He was training him to be in the way of the samurai, and his name was fucking. I can't fucking remember the name. I just know he was related to Skull.
Stink.
No, it was nothing like that. I want to say it was Scratch for some reason. I want to say it was Scratch. But yeah, fucking, and then fucking
Hit us with the wordplay again, Murda.
No.
No.
I didn't catch no wordplay.
Continue. Continue.
Okay, fucking Bulk and Skull fucking get abducted.
Nope.
And
Nope.
yeah, they do. They get abducted. Oh, we gotta talk about this fucking scene, because the scene has a tidbit of random trivia. There are some people in the background that are not extras. And there's one random dude with some
the mime.
paint. Yeah, that I have no fucking clue what he was up to in the middle of the goddamn night.
Yes, I noticed there was a mime there too. I assumed he was, a
He is
paid
not a-
extra.
Nope.
Hey,
Those are not
I thought
extras.
this was an artistic choice. Like,
Was
oh,
this
pop
filmed
a
in
mime
LA?
in the back. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Was this LA?
This was L.A. This was
Okay,
filmed.
then that explains it.
This
There
was
you go.
filmed in
That's funny.
L.A., Australia. No, Australia was the first movie. This one was filmed in L.A. In just L.A., if I'm not
No.
mistaken.
Can I ask? Okay, when Bulk and Skull are abducted, what happens to them? Why are they like they are for the rest of the movie?
They get probed.
Yeah, I'm assuming Divatox and the space pirates did some. Did some
The rest
alien
of the
stuff
movie,
to
they're
'em.
like, they're doing different like accents. and-
Oh, I know. They were made evil, but I think it kind of fucked up, and they just were weird.
Maybe.
'Cause remember in the end of the movie when they turned evil, they're like, oh, we needed the suitable sacrifices, but since they weren't suitable sacrifices, it didn't really like work.
They
well.
they
So
didn't get
they're
turned
just, like,
evil
weird
until
and had
you
actions.
don't get turned evil until you get sacrificed. So that That's not. They got tortured.
Well, I
they
don't
just
know.
got tortured.
Well, their hair turned white.
I'm assuming.
I mean,
the
obviously
abduct-
it
Definitely
was,
probed.
I'm assuming,
frosted.
yeah. I'm
and then
assuming-
they suddenly had accents
Yeah, they
from
suddenly
other
were
countries.
doing. Yeah, I'm
They
assuming
became
they were
Men in
doing-
Black.
Bad accents from other countries. Let's be clear.
the theory is that they were
Divatox's nephew, Elgar, abducts Farkas, Bulkmeyer, and Eugene Skolovich.
Yes, that's
but
their names.
Divatox rejects them for not being pure of heart. Upon finding Kimberly Hart and Jason Lee Scott, who are scuba diving nearby their submarine that Divatox is in, Divatox captures them. While recovering, Larigo is contacted by Divatox, who has captured his family and demands he surrender himself. Divatox also uses Kimberly Hart and Jason Lee Scott to pressure the Rangers.
Whose
Yes.
name is Farkas?
Bulk.
That's Bulk.
That is.
I didn't know that was his first. I didn't know
Farkas
that was
Bulk
his
Bulkmeyer.
first name.
Yeah, it's his
I only
first
ever heard Farkas from Skyrim.
I was thinking too.
Everyone knows that goddamn mission.
Yeah, it's
So,
Farkas and
so the
Eugene.
Rangers show up with Largo in hand.
Oh, we gotta
they're at the
point out,
exchange site.
Elgar, since you brought up Elgar, he is made by.
Elgar!
This is some synchronicities actually, for future.
Oh, good. I was hoping you had some because I
Yeah,
didn't.
fucking. It's for the future. We are doing Pee Wee's Big Adventure in the future, and there is a claymation of Large Marge in that movie done by the Troy. I can't fucking. Is it? The Choido brothers. Cheeto brothers.
Choido?
Choi-
The Cheeto-
I don't know how to
Cheeto
fucking pronounce
brothers?
it. I do not know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
It's
the Cheeto
CH. It's CHIODO. I do not know how to pronounce that name. I apologize, but they are the ones that did Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and like I just said, the claymation and Pee Wee's. They did Elgar's face in this, and Malagor. They made
Sweet.
Malagor as well. Yeah, so there's some synchronicities, and of course Disney owns Power Rangers in the future. If we got to get technical.
Elgar being the one that we said looked like a hemorrhoid man.
Oh, yes,
Get
the
the
hemorrhoid
tightness.
man.
Get the wrinkles. Get the wrinkles.
Yeah,
the
he
wrinkles
has
facing.
he actually has two faces.
Facing
He
the
has
way
a
they do.
super, he has a Super Sentai face and he has a Power Ranger face. His face looks different in the Super Sentai footage.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah, he's got
Interesting.
different eyes.
Nice.
no. Did they like change him because they thought they were too scary or something?
I just think they wanted to fucking use those people as effects guys, because they, if I'm not mistaken, they did this work uncredited and for free.
Oh,
Because
nice.
it's not on their credits or anything. It's just if you look on the Wikipedia page of Turbo Power Rangers, it states it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the Chiodo.
Chiodo. Okay, thank you.
Chiodo brothers.
Chiodo Brothers.
Yep.
I was close.
Yeah, you're close. You're close. So, at the exchange site, however, they are now exchanging the Space Wizard for the Kimberly Hart and the Jason Lee Scott. At the exchange site,
But
Elgar
it's
tricks
just
the
a bunch of
Rangers
dummies.
and captures Largo.
It's just a bunch of dummies. Oh, don't they look stupid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure do.
I got him.
So, Zordon and Alpha create new powers for the Rangers to defeat Divatox. And these are the Turbo Powers and the
Which
new Vehicular Turbo Zords.
I gotta get in a little rant here. They never explain what happened to the fucking Zeo powers, and before you're like, oh, what's the problem with that? Is the Zeo powers are powered by the Zeo crystal, and the Zeo crystal and the Zeo powers are supposed to gain strength over time. Since like they're supposed to get stronger and stronger and stronger over time. They're not, and they like disappear. They like become super fucking weak out of nowhere, and they My fan theory is it works kind of like a battery. Like, it does gain strength over and over again, but if you actively use it, it drains the battery, and you gotta not actively use it for it to recharge again. That was my fan theory, but they never fucking explain it. They're just, oh, we gotta have turbo powers. Because the Super Sentai doesn't ever explain it. And it never is that's because Toei came in and was like, you don't explain it, you just fucking do it. Just do it. They will accept it, which we did accept it. The only thing people didn't accept was Justin, which is fucking bullshit that people treated Justin like a goddamn Jar Jar. He's a kid. He's a
So just for anyone who maybe isn't sure, Justin was the kid who heard the plan. He becomes the new Blue Ranger in Rocky's stead.
Yes, and
Yes.
oh, I was fucking jealous of this little bastard. I had the bowl. If I'm not mistaken, this is why I had the goddamn bowl cut.
So, with these new turbo powers and their new vehicular turbo Zords, the Rangers travel across the desert to a ship called the Ghost Galleon. They are then joined by Justin, who, as previously mentioned, has received Rocky's Blue Ranger powers, while Rocky is recovering in the hospital. Back on Divatox's submarine, Jason and Kimberly come up with a plan to escape. But though Bulk and Skull and Kimberly escape the sub, Jason is trapped and left behind.
Damn.
Yep, it's unfortunate.
After
Not like nothing
Divatox
happens.
yeah, pretty much. That's just what happens. After Divatox and the Rangers traverse, we said earlier it was the Bermuda Triangle. In the film, they call it the Nemesis Triangle.
Yeah, but
and then they
it
reach
is the Bermuda Triangle.
they reach the island where Malagor is. Divatox torpedoes the Ghost Galleon, and the Rangers narrowly escape. Kimberly is recaptured and brought to Divatox by the tribal natives of the island who worship Malagor as their lava god. They then head into the temple with the aid of Larago's magic to open up the sealed volcanic temple.
Oh wait, we
Which-
passed the Stego guys. Remember the Stego guys?
Oh, the Stego guys. They fight Stego men on the ghost ship before they reach.
Your little goop, like little Stego
Yeah.
pod boys.
Yeah, they
It
looked
was-
great.
I really wish
they-
those were the foot soldiers instead of what we got. But the Piranhatrons don't look the same in the series. I want to say this now. Super Sentai kind of lost the original suits for a minute for some reason, so they had to make do with what they had. That's why the Piranhatrons look like they do in this movie. They were in this movie was being made during the weird, awkward phase of Toei shipping everything to America so they could film, and so they and fucking Saban and everybody couldn't wait, so they had to do what they had.
Yeah, and the Stego guys are actually pretty cool. They remind me if anyone is a Douglas Adams fan, they kind of look like Vogons a little bit, but not as bulky. They're like more long, like they're narrower necked, but they kind of have that like smashed in like kind of craning head type thing. Which is
Not
pretty
unlike
cool.
the Australian Bogan too.
Yeah.
Ew.
So they are at the temple in the volcano. The big fight scene starts breaking out. The Rangers are there. The Divatox is there.
I have to
The
say,
Malagor is there.
the scene, the set right now that they're in, the Malagor's lair, is one of the best fucking sets that Power Rangers has had up to this point. Like, if you're watching Power Rangers in chronological order, This set is fucking amazing.
Yeah, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of like the like Hidden Temple, like in its aesthetic, you know?
Kind of remind me
Yeah.
of Mortal Kombat, the 1995.
Yeah, I could see that
Yeah,
too. I mean,
yeah.
this is '97, you know, so they
So it's
definitely.
Without the cool psychedelic skies, they're like.
Hey, we got some cool looking psychedelic lava though. That's not.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
not. That's not what lava looks like.
It ain't. It's how it looks like in No Man's Sky, kind of though.
Also, I didn't realize that. Were you saying Bogon or Vogon? Which one were you saying?
When
Because it matters. It's important.
Bogon or
I guess
Vogon?
it matters if my joke was.
Who, me? What was it? When did I say this?
No. Never mind. I guess we'll just move ahead. But like the Vogon with a V is a alien race from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
It wasn't a
depends if
B.
you're- It depends on if you are Mexican Spanish or Spanish of how you pronounce that.
I guess
They're
I'm
both
neither.
correct.
If there's any Australian fans, if there's any Australian fans, you guys already know what a bogon is, I suppose.
y'all are jumping on something. Y'all have made me
I
completely
made a
lost.
joke and I was done.
I thought we were talking about
I
the
didn't
plot
come back
again.
Nope.
I was like, what?
Nope,
there
I
ain't no
segued.
Bogons or Bogons in this. We're at the part where Kimberly and Jason turns evil, and this was at the request of the actors. They refused to come back unless their characters could become evil for some fucking reason, which
That's cool.
it's cool, but I don't get why there's like, okay, sure, because it made such a stupid fucking plot line. I will state that
Yeah,
that
this
plot
doesn't even
detail's
happen
stupid.
that long either. It
No.
gets settled
Yeah,
pretty
it
quick.
should have been for like the whole movie if it was gonna happen.
Yeah, but
definitely.
I guess we couldn't see them be evil, even though the Red Ranger we're seeing right fucking now was evil.
Mhm.
Oh, and the Pink Ranger. The Pink Ranger, she was fucking evil. She was on Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed's side before she became the Pink Ranger. So we have two evil, quote-unquote, evil Rangers that became good on the team. I don't see why we couldn't have them evil the whole fucking Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Dang.
Yeah, I think the stakes would have been higher with that if it were for the whole movie and not just like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of problems with that actually, as well. Just because, like, we'll continue with the plot, but just like everything feels really low stakes. Like,
Definitely,
It
yeah,
just
that's one of mine.
it just seems like really
I
kind of like,
do-
More than
why?
usual.
It's Power Rangers. They were gonna win at the end of the day anyway. It should
Yeah.
have felt
Oh, yeah,
low
of
stakes.
course.
But I feel like
Although
there's
I was
still more-
surprised when they did like so Kimberly and Jason, right?
Yes.
I was surprised that they were dropped into the lava at all.
Yeah, I mean, we did get
That
that.
surprised me. I didn't know it was just gonna make them evil. I was just like, oh damn, they dropped them in the lava, but then they came right back out.
Oh,
There's,
you
there's a
can't
different
kill
type of
them.
lava. That's
You
evil
cannot
lava.
be killing Power Rangers. The
No,
only
I
Power-
knew that. That's why I was surprised. I knew
There-
they weren't gonna be killed, but
There was
I'm
only
surprised
one Power
they
Ranger
even got
that-
dropped in the lava.
There's only been one Power Ranger that's been killed in the line of duty, and they even resurrect her in the end of that series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that is the Pink Ranger of Lost Galaxy, Kendrix, which is the best Pink Ranger in my opinion, because she's the only fucking Pink Ranger that sacrificed her life. But you know,
Mm-hmm. Nice.
that's a different
The-
series.
Back to the film. The Rangers fail to free Jason and Kimberly, and they are possessed by Malagor and attack the Rangers mercilessly. However, the Rangers succeed in freeing Lergo and his wife Yara, who undo their possession of evil. So yeah, you know,
Hey, magic. It's magic.
possessed real quick. Kind of seemed kind of throwaway of why that happened.
Even the fight sequence that they were given was super cut, like super short. Like all we got was Jason and Tommy fighting a little bit, and then Jason going, "Now I have the power, rah!" and then kick him into the lava.
I will say the audio editing for Jason's voice was great though.
It made me laugh.
I'm not sure. I don't know if they're doing voices or not, because they're pretty decent voice actors. So that might have just been the actors doing voices for the evilness.
Well,
I
either
would not
way,
be surprised, because it was their
great.
request. It was their request to be evil.
The evil voice for the dude sounded exactly like fucking Patrick Star.
It did. It did. It does. I'm
Yeah,
not
and he
gonna
kept
lie.
going like,
Hey, I'm not doubting you.
screaming the most Patrick Star ways. And then the other chick was just like sounded like she was like on a phone sex line.
Hey,
I guess it's like that's what makes you evil if you're a woman, if you're just like
If you're sultry.
you're-
she tried to add like
I
I feel she also tried to add like a snake lisp to it a little bit. Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
That was-
hers was hard to listen to.
Yeah. But I like the Patrick Star one better. Patrick Star demon.
Jason and Kimberly being freed of the possession angers Divatox, who sacrifices her nephew to revive Malagor.
Which I want to state that does that mean that her nephew was really a pure soul at heart? Because
Yes.
you need it.
Yes, you have to be a pure soul in order to revive Malagor. So ultimately, Elgar is
Elgar.
pure of soul.
So the hemorrhoid man was more pure than Bulk and Skull.
Yep.
And Kimberly and Jason combined, because the Malagor didn't come out when they were possessed either. That they came out. He
Well, I
just
assume
turned them evil.
Elgar just does the ritual. And he
Oh,
can do
you
the
think
ritual either
Elgar
way. I think it's
finished them?
just the ingredients. I think it's the ingredients that need to be pure. I don't think it needs to be the actual person making.
Oh, you know what? We're not thinking. I'm just now. This is actually big brain time. The pet. She makes she like flings the pet on Elgar.
Yeah.
It was the
She
pet.
does.
It wasn't Elgar. It was the fucking
I forgot.
pet.
I keep forgetting.
Oh, the
he had,
little
like, a
dragon.
baby.
Yeah, the little chode.
The baby. Oh, the baby was okay. I don't know. I thought she made the wizard do it, because I thought she was like holding the family hostage.
No, she had the little chode dragon, and she made the
Oh, yeah,
chode
the Chode
dragon. Yeah, she makes
She
it
made,
bite
she
Elgar.
made the wizard open the door.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Oh.
wizard was just needed to get into Malgor's lair.
yeah, not to actually do it.
I didn't know
Not
the
to-
Chode dragon actually did anything.
the Chode dragon was pure soul. Was the one that had this pure soul.
I
It
thought he was
didn't
just a
do
cool
nothing
little
wrong.
old dragon.
Yeah, it was doing nothing wrong. He didn't fucking do it.
I mean, it was biting Elgar's face pretty hard for a while.
Diva Talks threw it on him, and if you watch, it's not biting Elgar whatsoever. Elgar's like cradling it, like the scene from fucking Alien. Is it Alien Resurrection? The one where she's dying like a cross and the thing pops out of her chest. And she cradles it. That one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, speaking of other snakes, there's a very large snake at the beginning of this film, that like
I forgot
sneaks
about
up behind. That sneaks up behind.
I have to bring this up. I don't know when I saw this movie. I want to say Fight Club was the very first movie I saw. This came out in 1997. I might have been 2 years old. I do not know because I have a weird memory of seeing. I've watched every single, like, I know for a fact that I watched every single episode when it aired on TV, and I watched every single episode, and I know up to Magic Force, I watched every single episode when they aired. So I have this weird fucking memory because I don't exist when Mighty Morphin and stuff come out. So I don't know if I was watching this, like, someone put this on when I was a baby and I saw this scene and this scared the fuck out of me. I don't know, but I do want to I want to put this as the first definitive my phobia of snakes starting. Oh, that's a big ass snake.
It's so chill though. I love it. I like him to wrestling around it, and he's like, "Ah, it's a snake." Just like perfect, like notice, like.
It's
with
hard
a
to
little
make
spirit
it.
face.
It's hard to make a docile like python look aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
it was
you don't want
literally
him to
the
be
most
aggressive.
calm python ever of all
Yeah.
time, and it was
They
so
probably just fed
cute.
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
it
looked like
definitely
he was just fed. And...
it definitely was a movie it was real. It's real python. I want to state that. If you don't
Huge.
notice. It's
It's
pretty
a
big
real python, but it's also like very calm, and like it literally probably was just going towards her for like warmth.
Yeah.
So like she could have just stood up, but instead she like the what's it called? The main guy is
Tommy.
like, oh yeah, Tommy's like, oh, you have to jump when I count to 3, and then she jumps and like flies like super far, and then like he wrestles this python like
He's
super
like,
hard,
jumping for it.
and it's just like
He
it
might
was
have
so
just
calm.
wanted to,
You didn't have to do that.
He saw I'm gonna state this. Tommy is a bit of a jock. He likes doing karate things. He saw the opportunity to fight a snake. He fought a snake.
And that is the chamber of secrets of this film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Enough
iconic
snake talk.
scene.
But that happens at
Back
the
in-
very beginning.
Yeah, that's way ago. So Malagor has been revived. The Rangers now combine their new Turbo Zords to form the Turbo Megazord.
I
And
this is the only Megazord toy that I never could fucking get as a kid, and to this day, I'm fucking upset about it.
No.
I don't know if I'd want this one.
I
it's
wanted
got
every
trash.
Power Ranger. I wanted all of them. I wanted all of the Megazords. I
Well, you
wanted
gotta
them
have
all. Gotta have all of them.
I mean, it looks kind of cool. It, sorta. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like a
This is
weird
a
like
parody.
Optimus Prime.
This is supposed to be a parody. These are supposed to be parody. This is supposed to be jokes. These
Well, they
this is a
parodied Optimus Prime well.
Yeah, the Super Sentai series that is called. I know it's called Car Ranger is the last word. Sentai Car Ranger. They got all different names. It's hard to remember them.
There's also
Alright,
one with
wait.
trains.
Is there a
the
train
train
one?
one's good. The train one is actually good. I'm still on that one. Don't get me started with the fucking train one. It should have been adapted.
Right. Which turbo vehicle are y'all choosing?
Ooh,
I'm taking the van.
Oh,
Which van? Hold up. Which van?
there's only one
The
van.
big van. There's
Did-
one big
Oh,
There's
it's
van.
all
two.
one van.
There's two.
There's
There's
only
only
one
one van,
van.
the green
I
one.
guess
No, there's
that
only one van.
There's a
fucking-
van and there's a Jeep.
Oh yeah, I guess the fucking yellow is more of an SUV. I guess yellow is
Yeah,
more
yeah.
an SUV.
Yeah, the yellow is like a Jeep, right?
Yeah.
The blue is a Jeep. Yellow is SUV-ish.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I took the van,
Fucking
the green
God
green
damn it.
van.
What?
I love
Son of a-
thrift stores. I love that hauling power. I can put all my thrift store finds in this van.
Fucking
Let's see.
Damn
I'm gonna go with the Subaru WRX, which is the red one.
I'm gonna fucking because I like Jeeps. I'm gonna go with the blue one, or yeah, the blue one.
So
The
so
one
the
I'm calling
yellow
a Jeep.
so the yellow is a Jeep, the blue is a truck.
I'm going with the blue one still.
Okay.
It's more Jeepish to me.
So that leaves
I guess you can
Spooge
call
the
yellow
option
one a
to have
Cherokee.
the white kind of like dune buggy looking thing.
It's supposed
kinda
to be
like
a
it's
paramedic
kinda
car.
like- Yeah, it kind of looks like a Tesla meets a dune buggy meets like a concept car. Or you can go with like the Jeep Liberty, which is like
or
a
Cherokee. I
or
would call it a
Cherokee because it's
definitely not a
it's very
Jeep.
SUV shaped.
Well, I guess if I have to, because maybe there's some like weird thing where like the white one doesn't need like an actual license or something. I might like try to get that one. But otherwise, I'd rather have my own and have it be the purple Gremlin. If you look, everyone out there, look up the Gremlin as a car.
Everyone knows what the Gremlin is, dude.
There you go.
If they know cars, they know what a
No one knows
Gremlin
what a
is.
Gremlin is.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe
I'm
they're a
telling
car
you.
nerd.
car people will know what
They're
you're
a car
talking
nerd.
about.
If you're not
Yeah.
a car nerd. They don't make them anymore, so no one. If you're not a car nerd, then you're not gonna know what the fuck that is.
Ooh, I can also
Yeah,
I
I
can
suppose.
Hey, does Murda know? Do you know what a Gremlin
if I look it up, I will.
is?
I just want to state, if we had to pick on colors, I'm getting the fucking green one.
Well, I if we can switch colors, I'll take the van in pink or blue.
Mhm. Yeah, well, yeah. But yes, I guess I'll take the white one. There you go.
I'm fine with the red car. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I see
I-
Gremlin. Okay.
I will if we're not picking by suits, I'm going definitely blue. But if we're picking because we're picking suits, you best fucking believe I'm being the goddamn Green Ranger.
Nah, I was just thinking cars.
Yeah, fucking car wise,
Just the cars.
definitely just the blue. You can have it if it's
I
just
I
the
need
cars.
I need that van for the thrifting and camping.
I would just like to have fucking the car that I could be like I'm a kid again. I'm the kid that I want it to be.
Yep. So the Turbo Megazord fights Malagor, and this brings about a kind of, in my opinion, like over way too quick, kind of sad, like ultimate fight. Like I was really excited to see this
They
like
definitely didn't
awesome
want-
like lava demon,
Yeah.
and also to see the Turbo Megazord. And I was like, oh, is it gonna like shoot out like little tires or like what's it gonna do? No, it gets the standard sword and shield, and then they throw some punches, throw some scratches and stuff, and then it like the Megazord dukes it out. It jukes out of the way. It dodges to the right as Malagor charges, and the lava demon, who is a suit worn by a guy, does a really sweet flip off the cliff.
Hey,
into-
you forget
into the sea.
he did it. The Megazord does do an Omni Slash. You're ignoring the cool ass Omni Slash. They power up the jets, and they go and they slash through Malagor. You forget about that.
I don't remember that.
You definitely missed something then, because that does happen.
All right. So an Omni Slash happens. However, that is not the final blow. The final blow is a dodge, which is kind of how I feel about this film. And Malagor flips and falls into the ocean, and a big explosion happens as the lava hits the ocean.
They can't show that in their defense. They can't, even if it's as tall, it's taller than adults. Can't show the Power Rangers murder a baby. That's not okay.
I'm not requesting that. I'm just requesting
I
like
am.
I'm requesting that like this is a sweet lava demon and like a brand new Turbo Megazord. I wanted to see him duke it out for a little bit, but it's less than like 2 minutes long.
Oh, you want to see more of the lava demon? You gotta watch In Space.
Okay. So they defeat Malagor as Divatox and Rygog flee, vowing their vengeance upon the Power Rangers. The Rangers pick up Jason, Kimberly, Largo, Yara, Bulk, and Skull and return to Angel Grove. There, a competition is taking place where Jason takes Rocky's place in the karate tournament, and they win the fight, earning the money to save their shelter.
The
Oh,
shelter
yeah,
that's
going-
never mentioned ever again because Justin's not an orphan. I don't know why he's there.
Going back a little bit, we got a Rita Repulsa cameo
Oh yeah, the fucking best kind
too.
of.
Which I guess she's just like, who's the dude that she's? I guess they
Lord
like
Zed.
sleep in the same bed.
Lord Zed. They're married.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
know
they
that
get married. Yeah, they get married in the fucking show. It's actually
Yeah.
a Jewish wedding they have. Yeah.
I feel like knowing some of the histories of like Saban and stuff. Like, should I be worried about that?
Yeah, is
He's
that
from
okay?
Israel. He's an Israel American.
He is.
Yeah, he's an Israel
Cool.
American. Yeah.
I didn't know. Actually, like, I don't know. I've never seen Saban.
Yeah.
I can't like picture him if he was like. I've been actually assuming that he's been Japanese this whole time.
Yeah, he's an Israeli American. He
Okay,
kinda,
cool. That makes sense.
He kind of looks like Ela's dad.
Gotcha. Cool.
Also, speaking of Rita Repulsa, I know that it is not the same voice actor. However, just her voice in this movie in particular just so much sounded to me like E.G. Daily, who voices Buttercup on the Powerpuff Girls. Like, I can hear Buttercup so much out of her
Who vo-
voice.
Who?
E.G. Daily.
No, who are you? I missed what character we're talking about. My bad.
Oh, Rita Repulsa.
Oh yeah, no.
She sounds like Buttercup,
Yeah, I understand that, but no, the original
which is
reprised the role.
it's Carla Repre. It's
Yeah.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
It's
Well, she's
Carla
not the-
Perez who
She's
who
not
does
the
Rita Repulsa.
original. She's the actress that replaced that she did the makeup, and she does a pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
yeah. Which
Oh,
the original actress was Barbara Goodson, by the way.
That
Sounds
and
more like-
also the Super Sentai actress gets her name is Bandora in the Super Sentai. She gets credit as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because Rita Repulsa. Oh, this is. Rita Repulsa actually becomes a fucking good guy later on in the fucking series. She becomes the Mystic Mother, Empress of Good Magic, and they completely fucking ignore her in Power Rangers Once and Always. Oh, I can't fucking. I hate that shit.
Anyway, that's the end of the film. In terms of plot, just kind of ends with that competition, earning money for the shelter. Power Rangers save the
'Cause you're
day yet again.
supposed to go watch the TV show after this. This is the only movie that they did it. That they were like, oh, we're gonna start the series with a movie, which I'm kind of glad they stopped doing this because
So did Larigo and his wife get back home?
yeah, they get back home. Largo
They didn't
comes
show
back-
it though.
Yeah, they leave in the series in the television.
Ah, so there's more Larigo in the series,
yes, there is.
and what about his little tiny child?
I think there's a tiny little bit left, yeah. In the first
He was my
couple
favorite
of
part of the
Grove.
movie.
Yeah, Lyric Go, his wife, and their their little baby child are probably the cutest things in the entire film. They're
They felt like they belonged in a different movie.
yeah, they
Well,
did.
because they were probably leftovers from one of the first two movies that were being made, and they were like, well, we got these fucking cool ass costumes, let's just use them anyway.
Guess they just didn't feel like they should have been in a Power Rangers movie. Like they
It
seemed
seemed like
like
they
they
should have
were
been in a
in
fantasy
some
film.
little
There's-
quaint creature magic fantasy films.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
there's
can
no
see that.
telling why that
They
they
seem
were
Jim Henson-y,
going
yeah.
to be.
Yeah,
they
Jim
were probably-
Henson-y.
Yeah, but there's no telling why they originally created. I just know they weren't made for this plot.
The wizard.
But yeah,
Space wizard.
fucking-
At least he wasn't a mountain wizard. Gotta watch
I-
out for those.
he might have been a mountain wizard though. We don't see the elevation of his planet. He might have been on a mountain.
God damn. They should have let it happen.
But yeah,
And was the sun killing him? Was our sun killing him?
yes, our son
Yes.
was actively killing them. Yes.
See another sign pointing to him being evil.
I mean, just because he doesn't like the radiation from like a medium, like yellow star, doesn't mean that he's inherently evil.
you didn't. You
It's
saw
not that he
his-
didn't like it. It was killing him.
His
Yeah.
planet was literally like covered, like there was a canopy over like his whole planet, so there was like barely any sun getting to him. on
I
his
definitely
planet.
identified most with Layer Go. Just the sun just
Oh, yeah,
melting
I-
this.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure.
hate the sun too.
Definitely. Like I understand completely. Oh, so
Mhm.
is there anything else? Any more questions? Is there any questions anybody?
I feel like we should get into more in our thoughts.
Yeah, or are we final thoughts? Are we ready?
Ratings and thoughts?
Yeah, I'm ready for ratings and thoughts.
Yeah, I only had questions about Layer Go.
Okay.
How's he doing?
The one thing I guess one thing I will mention is Rygog was probably like my favorite costume in the entire film.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the guy that gets called "You Walking Christmas Tree Ornament" because he's
he had,
kind of
like,
like
the globe
round.
thing.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
like he's got this like round thing that's like metal, and it's got like little patches of metal, like welded back on and bolted back on, where like something had like ripped through his shell, and he's got this like sweet like skull face with these really huge canines and these red
Because
glowing
that's-
eyes. And he just seems to me like he belongs in Warhammer 40K, and he would have magic abilities. But in
Oh, yeah.
order to use his magic abilities, he has to sacrifice some of the troops.
Oh yeah.
He's from the Super Sentai. A little trivia for that. That he's actually there's no changes to him whatsoever, unlike Elgar that they had a head change.
I want to
But
see him get big
If I'm
and
not
fight those Zords.
mistaken, there is a quick fight scene with Elgar in this movie where they had to use the Super Sentai head for a quick bit. I'm going to assume that fight sequence was footage from the second film with Toei trying to intervene before completely taking control and being like, you're going to adapt it correctly or not adapt it at all. Which they should have done to begin with, but you know.
Yeah.
IMDb says there was a 3-hour cut of this movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oof.
It's thank God that doesn't exist. Even I'm saying that because you can't do Power Rangers. This whole formula is a TV show. It is baked into this whole formula of people in tights and mechs fighting big monsters. There's a formula
That's why.
that was crafted, and you got to stick to that formula. And stretching it over an hour and a half is asking a lot.
And the only way to really do that is if you actually, and it takes a lot of money. But like the whole point of doing a movie is like putting the money into like, oh, so we'll do the formula, but at least like maybe do it 3 times so we get like 3 monster fights. Maybe like 3 Zord battles. And then you get, of course, like 3 of like the foot battles.
Yeah, I know that wouldn't have
there was
been...
not just like stretching it out and then having the tiny little climax at the end.
Yeah, I know it wouldn't have been feasible, but a 30-minute fight, a 30-minute kaiju fight would have been great. Just,
of course.
Just kill a lot of time with a big ass kaiju fight. That way,
have him like destroy. Yeah, have him go into the city and like destroy
and
the city.
actually
That's why,
show
like,
the destruction and stuff. There's abandoned there's plenty. Angel Grove, nobody can be like, oh, where are they going to go? There are plenty abandoned warehouse districts in Angel Grove. They get destroyed all the time and rebuilt. Get out of here with that. They totally could go to one of those abandoned warehouse districts and nobody would get hurt.
mm-hmm.
Because that was the thing with Power Haim Saban. He didn't want to show... He's the reason why there's like always making sure that they mentioned that no civilians was hurt. Everybody was safe and secure. And shit. It's like, no buildings are falling and getting blown up and shit. People are gonna get hurt. Like there's no way. And when they finally drop that act, it gets much better. Like, because they start aging the show up with its audience, and then after 2009, they take a hiatus and they come back and they're like, fuck our old audience. Let's get back to the kids. It's like, no, there's gonna be people that want to watch, and that, yeah, at least gotta make it entertaining for everybody. And it's like, nope, gotta make it entertaining for just kids.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like, just to like, as a matter of fact, like,
And
things
this is the best Power
that you
Ranger
grow
movie.
up. Oh, okay, good to know.
And the only reason why this beats out the original is because it does have practical suits in the kaiju fight. That's the only difference. Like, you can't have CGI. Can't have CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like to.
But yeah, they used it in Once and Always again, and of course, the Krispy Kreme one was nothing but CGI.
Is the Krispy Kreme one the new one?
It's not the newest one. It came out in 2017. It's the newest one.
It's
is Once and
it's
Always.
the theatric like actual. Like,
Okay, yeah, that's what I was.
one.
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the one where
that's-
one of the Rangers.
I did not watch
canonically,
it. I just remember
jacks
something
off
about.
the bowl, apparently.
Yeah, it jerks in the beginning of the Krispy Kreme. Jason goes, "Oh, I just milked this cow," and they're like, "What are you talking about? This is a bull."
Yeah,
So yeah,
awesome.
he jerked off the cow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun way to start a kids movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it was supposed to be an adult take. It was PG-13. That's not the adult take that I fucking want, though. The only person that could save the series is me. I'm just gonna state that now. Spooge knows. I have ranted.
The joke is just awkward for the context that this is like, oh, that's the Power Ranger. Oh, remember when he jerked off the bull? It's like, that's something that you get in like a Freddy Got Fingered, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? And then they'd have the balls to show it.
Yeah, fucking final ratings and thoughts. We can get into it. Everybody's firm with their rating.
I believe so.
Who
Yeah.
wants to start? Who wants to start? I
I'll
can start.
go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it now.
We both said it exactly at the same time. I guess I will go with a 2 rating. I was confused because I do not follow the series. So I was dropped in, not knowing a lot of what was happening.
Mhm.
Some of that, or most of that was, me not following the series, but I think some of it is just the movie itself, not
Yeah.
explaining itself
Nothing.
very
It
well.
doesn't explain jack shit. I
Yeah, yeah,
understand.
yeah. I was more entertained than I thought I would be. I liked, I liked the wizard. I liked his little child and
Wizard.
his wife. I'd watch like a movie, a Larago movie. Um, I
Uh,
did think the fights were a little lackluster,
Mhm.
just kind of all around. Like all of the fights were a little lackluster. I wasn't, I didn't watch this as a kid, so Justin, the Blue Ranger child, is not very charming to me because I wasn't, I wasn't a kid when I saw him.
Funny seeing him just like grow into
I
an
thought it
adult
was I
person.
did that gave me a good laugh of just seeing
Yeah,
him
the
I
voice
do
coming
want to
out.
say that
seeing
happens in the
him in
Super
a
Sentai series.
yes, I mean it gave me a good laugh, so
That they
that's a
do.
positive. It's part of the entertainment. That's part of why it got a 2 rating.
I mean, it's higher than I thought so.
And this is not me saying the Power Rangers series is not good. This is not a familiar world to me. I did watch the original in reruns because I was only 2 when the original series came out. I was 4 when the first movie came out, but I do weirdly remember being in the theater, even at 4, just seeing that skydiving scene.
Mhm.
we
I
we did
I wanted.
watch more of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, as reruns progressed, and that's really the only one I watched was the first
Probably
series.
whenever my dad
I
put it on.
I
Yes,
I
our
watched
our,
it.
our dad watched it,
I
and
want
we
to.
watched it.
This is a little thing that I've heard from somebody that we all are familiar with. I've heard that you have been drop kicked a couple of times over the Pink Ranger role.
Oh, yes, I was never allowed to be the Pink Ranger. My sister
oh,
would not let me be the Pink Ranger, so I did
oh,
have to be the Yellow Ranger, but I didn't like the color yellow. So I'd
oh.
rather be the Blue Ranger just because the blue I always liked blue. But yeah, I was never allowed to be the Pink Ranger. And yeah, she knocked me out. My sister knocked me out a few times, knocked me unconscious. Maybe not over the Power Rangers. Um, but
I'm just
no,
saying
she
that
didn't
those
she
are the
didn't let
stories
me.
that I've heard drop
Yeah.
kicks.
Well, one was her letting go of a seesaw purposely and me getting knocked unconscious when I slammed to the ground. And then the other was her knocking me over the head with a PlayStation controller because she wouldn't let me have my turn.
Oh,
And dragging me into the other room so my mom wouldn't see.
jeez.
So nothing to do with the Power
Yeah,
Rangers,
I
but
didn't
no,
get that
she
much detail.
but she did not let me be the Pink Ranger. No, I'm sure we had some like we there were some blows over it, yeah. But how you gonna learn?
How you gonna
Are you
learn?
gonna learn what? What were your lessons?
You play.
Don't fuck with her. I guess the lesson is don't fuck with her. Don't fuck with her, or if you're gonna fuck with her, you're gonna have to
See,
fight.
the
Yeah,
lesson
You're gonna have to
is
win.
if we,
it's a
the,
bad
the
lesson.
the lesson is if we ever become a Power Ranger team, no matter what, we have to allow her to be the Pink Ranger.
See, she would let me be the Pink Ranger now.
Yeah, I don't even think she likes me.
She doesn't like pink. I like pink a lot more than her.
Oh,
She'd be
Well,
the
it
Black
works
didn't
Ranger.
out.
even want it. Didn't even want it.
Plus, she wouldn't beat the shit out of me now.
Mhm. But yes,
That's
Oh,
But
good.
yes,
yeah,
those are
okay.
mostly my thoughts, and yes, a 2 rating.
All right. Anybody who's next? I'm gonna go last because I have to.
Yeah, I think you
defend
should go
mine.
last because this is your domain.
Um, I guess I'll go next. Well, for me, this film, I'm going to give it a 2.5. Um, for a couple of different reasons. It earned a point for having really good costume design. Um, like
Definitely.
all of the costumes, like even when they're not in ranger form, I felt like were true to form of its time period, as well as like believable stuff that like people would wear. Like it wasn't trying to like go one way or another with it. And then for the realm of the incredible, so like the aliens and all that kind of stuff, I thought they did a really great job, um, just in terms of like how bright and colorful it was, and how they were wearing like battle garb and stuff like they would, they're like they were ready for a fight and stuff, and I just thought it was really cool, the costumes. And then the other point that it gains, is for Zordon, because I just like to see an Eggman with just only eyebrows, just like just
He's not an Eggman.
he doesn't move, he
he's a
doesn't move his mouth a lot of times,
No,
and
that
it's
mouth is
great,
not moving.
and I love it. I love it so much. I love that
I-
he's just like this thing that's just like in this little containment area, and
he's
he's
a
just like
wizard.
saying things,
He's a wizard
and
trapped
it's
between space
great.
and time.
And I'm gonna continue giving my final thoughts. And he's really cool. I super appreciated that. And then it gets a half point for having actual what's it called, the main evil, the Malagor, for that being a clearly a stuntman who did a flip, off of something, um, at the end of the film. um, Hopefully there was some padding down there and he didn't just have to like do a do a stage roll or a stage dive off of it. But yeah, I thought that was really great. um, there's lots and lots of problems and issues with this film. However, I will say that for people who are fans of the Power Rangers, or kids, or someone who wants to just go back and have a little nostalgia trip for 99 minutes, it does a pretty great job at doing that. Um, for the most part. One of the major problems that I had with it is just it's a lot of build up, without much release. Um, so I kind of felt like it was like a little lackluster for me, because it seems like it's a lot of setup, without much payout. However, I understand that a little bit more deeply now, considering that it was the start of a new series. So they didn't really have like they didn't want to, they don't want to show their whole hand, in the movie,
Yeah.
that's starting a season. So I get
Yeah.
that. Um, One of the cool things is, that we haven't mentioned, that I do want to mention, is Shuki Levi, who did a lot of music, for kids' TV programs. Um, they actually got to have a writing role on this, as well as a producer role, and they did all the music for it. And the music is true to form of Power Rangers as well. So all of those things give it a 2.5, for me.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
I do have to correct you. Zordon is not an Eggman. He is a wizard that's trapped between
Look at him.
time
Yeah,
and
he,
space.
he's
How
an
can you
egg.
say he's not
He's an Eggman.
He's a head.
Look at him.
He's a floating
Yeah.
head. You can't see the
Yeah.
rest of his body.
Yeah, but he has no hair. and he has no
He's
beard,
bald.
so he's an Eggman. Yeah, he's an Eggman.
Eggman.
Just saying,
You know.
he has a
Pikachu.
body. He has a neck and a body underneath that. Just trying to state.
A literal Eggman.
He's not a literal Eggman.
Okay. He's not a literal Eggman, but he's an Eggman.
He's an egghead.
Yes.
All right, Spooge, your final rating?
Oh yeah, mine would be a 2. Yeah, again, but probably actually very similar to with what Murda said, like, and not being too familiar with the world, and not having as much of the attachment to, and also probably didn't help that I've been watching a lot of Ultraman, and like the pretty weak kaiju fight in this one, even compared to a lot of ones I've seen in like a lot of the old Power Rangers too. Honestly, like I one I can think of, which was like even a ridiculous one, but like felt like it had more stakes, was like Shell Shocker or Shell Shock was.
you
That was a
bring
better-
him up
that
a
was a way
lot when
better
Power
fight.
Rangers come up.
Yeah, he's great. He's what I know. How could I not? He's a turtle with a stoplight on his back and a baseball bat, and its head can turn into a cannon, and his stoplight freezes time. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
great.
made with like a bunch of junk that one of the sorcerer dudes found.
Yeah, not even the one of the sorcerer dudes. It's Babu and Squat that make him.
Yeah. But yeah, I felt like there's more stakes in that fight than that's and I felt like the fight was just even better overall too. And that it's just this one. Other than I'll give him props. The dude was still obviously in the suit when he was doing the falling, and I liked a little bit of that risk. But and I understand that it was a super expensive looking suit. I like the suit itself. I like the Predator style, like opening mouth. That was a pretty cool puppetry with that. But from what I look out for in a tokusatsu type of thing, I didn't get what I fully wanted. So too.
Also, are we all just being polite, or did some of our positive rating come from Diva Talks' titties?
Yeah.
She was awesome. I did want to say that she was hot. Yeah. I didn't want to
Yeah,
Also,
But if
yeah.
you're gonna do it.
Diva Talks is great. Her garb is awesome. Her like half, not really like full masquerade mask that she wears is like pretty excellent as well. The way that she's like really domineering towards like all of the other aliens is also really great too.
Also,
Yeah, she's a
did
good
y'all notice
substitute
that
for Rita.
there's like a straight up ass shot in this movie
No, I didn't notice that.
when Kimberly is laying on the beach and the tribal people are coming, like surrounding her.
Yeah.
There's just like a straight up ass shot.
Yeah,
I
they knew
didn't
what they
catch
were
it.
doing. They knew you know how many boys fucking fawned over Kimberly? Come on.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah.
Straight up. They knew what they were fucking doing. they were playing to those fans.
Yeah.
But
Also meant to say that for part of my rating is like I feel like we didn't need the tribal people.
Oh
Yeah,
that was very unnecessary.
That was questionable at best.
I guess it's my turn.
Yes. Close us out.
All right. So, of course, I really don't have to defend it. This is just my Power Rangers is my jam. If you've been listening and you haven't realized by now, this is I rewatch the series up to the new ones every year. It's just what I do. It's a series that I grew up on. I played. I had all the toys growing up. It's 5 out of 5. Of course, it's just the nostalgia is too strong, and I'm comparing this to the other movies. And though it does get a 4.5 out of 5, the original, movie for me. That is, I can already give my rating for that. That CGI fight. It's when it comes to Power Rangers, if you want to watch a Power Ranger movie, if you're a Power Ranger fan, this is the movie to watch. You kind of got to if you want to watch the series in full. So it's just necessary. And of course, Jason David Frank, I glommed onto him as the Green Ranger. He was my favorite. He was my first favorite Ranger. I loved, even as a kid, I loved the story of an evil Ranger becoming good and doing all he can to rectify what he's done in the past. Great series. I loved it when he became the White Ranger, even though I much prefer the whole cast get new suits. It's kind of bullshit that he's the only one that got new suits. He's the only one that ever got a new suit until they changed to Zeo. He's the reason why red was my favorite color. He was my fucking superhero, and I will always honor and respect that man fucking to the day I die. And this is definitely the Power Ranger movie. If you're looking for Power Ranger movies, the Krispy Kreme one, don't fucking go watch it. Do not watch that fucking abomination. I am pulling cult leader status. Everybody's requesting their fucking money back. Everybody's saying Jeff Goldblum for that is that review done and over with. I could go on and on about that movie, how it is an abomination to the fucking series. Not just because they fucking make the Red Ranger jerk off the fucking bull in the fucking beginning. There is several plot details and lore that they just bastardize, that even Disney refused to bastardize the lore. They stuck with the fucking lore up until their last series, RPM. They always acknowledged the past. They always made sure to pay homage to it. They even make Tommy Oliver, Jason David Frank, another color in Dino Thunder. So it's just, yeah. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Because if I keep going, I won't stop. Spooge will tell you.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got another
it?
one. Yeah, another one down.
Yeah, that's next one's probably gonna be Flash Gordon, because I got a little. We should do Lawnmower Man last because it'll lead into October since it's a horror one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Transitions.
Yeah. If you've been listening this long, thank you so much. Please like, comment, and share the video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Does anybody have a sign off?
Power Ranger villains always remind me of Gwar.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
When they were on
Definitely.
their jet skis, it looked like the Gwar on vacation.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. And what's your favorite Ranger? Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Do it.
2000.
Go, Ashot on the beach.
and
It's
the-
a butt on the beach. Go, Ashot on the beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
the current Zenith Ranger is a fucking lie. He's not the Zenith Ranger. The Zenith Ranger will always be Tommy Oliver. It's goddamn bullshit they're not giving Tommy Oliver the title of Zenith Ranger. Oh, I'm fucking pissed about that.
Is that your sign off?
Yes, that's my sign off.
All right.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Boys.
Next thing you know, we're snack food for some monster with the munchies.
Munchies?